comes in and bowls, and that's a good length ball. First up, bowled to Graham Clark, who pushes it out to the covers, and there's no run. Now we're going to have a bit of fun today.
In again, bowls. Slightly fuller this time, and that's going to be worked off the offside, and it will run away for 4.
Opened the face of the bat there, did Drissell, and he moves on to 66.
Yeah, I think that's a ridiculous rule. So he's gone for and he's bowled him, in fact. That was Drissell attempting a reverse sweep, and finally Hampshire make the break through. The off stump is lying flat on the ground.
Clark still on 133, so doing really well. He's coming in from the pavilion end. Full length delivery there, goes back over the head of Organ, and that is going to go, that's gone for 6. He'll be very happy with that, really straight shot all the way back to the pavilion. As Organ's in again. Oh, big swipe there by Potts, worked off to the leg side, and that's gone for another 6. Goodness me.
Wilfred Flowers, formerly of England and Nottinghamshire, 19th century player, off the back foot. That's stroked away. Point. Lovely shot.
It's going to go for 4.
That is 4 runs. That's nicely timed.
In over the wicket. All their delivery, a big swipe there on the leg side. It's up, and he's been caught. And that's Potts gone. It was sort of a reverse sweep, but he didn't quite get enough on it. It jumped off into the sky, very nice and high.
He's over the wicket this time. He goes for a lovely drive through the covers. That's a gorgeous shot to get underway. Wow, it was over-pitched.
One-day cricket, you can't bowl it anywhere apart from the middle of the bat. Nicely steered into the offside by Clark. He's going to get 4 for that. Just a little push.
Nice shot.
And that was actually just a lovely bit of timing. Nobody back on the offside, and a push for 4.
That could be you impersonating Jeff Boycott. It's hit in the air and just over the head of Kyle Abbott at mid-on. Just about a foot above his outstretched hands. At 149 not out as Yusuf drives. Thick outside edge. There will be at least 1, maybe 2 here as it goes down to short third. Well fielded Liam Dawson gets the ball in quickly. Ben Brown throws the stumps down and asks for the run out, but Yusuf is home. 2 runs to the Durham total, which means they go in at the break at 4:34 for 7. Clark to face then. Dawson from our commentary end gets wrapped on the pad. And so we're underway. Here's Dawson again then. Bowls slightly shorter this time, so an easier shot for Clark to work that behind square on the leg side. This is 150. Sorry, I should have had you doing that one. 150 for Graham Clark off 287 balls. They're all queuing up. It's a long queue now. Here's Dawson driving back past him. Oh, it's going to be runs down here.
And he used just the 1 ball for the final 15, which I quite like actually. That's forced. That's a catch. I mean, that's a miracle. I thought he'd force that down to long on, but actually Dawson's take a brilliant one-handed catch.
Baker in again. Oh, it's been swept away on the leg side there, and it's going to go for 4 at a deep square. Well struck by Yusuf there. I saw that coming. It was a little bit shorter of a delivery. And
Yusuf, oh, that's edged as Yusuf went down the wicket there to try and whack that over mid-wicket, and he got an edge down to 3rd man for 4. Dawson bowls again. Down the wicket goes Yusuf, and this time he connects. And that is a fine shot. Lofted drive over long on. 1 bounce, 4 runs.
Baker balls. That's driven nicely by Parkinson. That's a cover drive that's going to go all the way up towards the top of the Shane Warne stand for 4. Baker in, pulled by Yusuf. That has gone for 4.
I think Yusuf's decided now's the time. We're going for it. We're going to start moving up the gears.
He's got through 19 overs. Short, pulled over the top of the keeper, off the top edge, and that's going for 4 from Brendan Doggett. There's still 15 or 16 overs to go until tea, and he's gone for the big one over the top. That's a huge hit, and that's a brilliant hit. And that is 4 runs up towards deep mid-on. That's a good strike. And there's the 500 up. Now, Emily Windsor, if and when that is, there's a lovely shot over mid-wicket from Doggett. That should be 6. Yeah, signalled so, away to our left. Emily Windsor's getting so excited here. Organ in again around the wicket, quicker on the leg stump, and it's chipped to the 45, and it's taken by Toby Albert, and that is the end of the Durham innings, finally, in the 149th over.
in and bowls. That's driven beautifully through the covers.
That's
Durham
gonna
will
go.
chase after it, but I don't think they should bother. That hard ball races over the boundary for 4, and Middleton off the mark. Scurries in and bowls, and that's on the leg side. That's played beautifully off the middle of Middleton's back.
Gone.
Attempted diving stop, but looks a good pitch to bat on as Potts in again. That's on the same result. That will be slightly too straight. All round as Potts in, and that's off his pads again by Fletcher Middleton. Slightly too straight.
It's going to go.
Going square of the wicket. Diving stop, but doesn't get there out in the deep. So that's 4 runs. 1 ball remains of this 5th over then as Potts in, and that's an edge and taken. First slip. Good catch by George Drissell, and that's the first wicket for Hampshire. Middleton has to go for 16 because he's in and plays to mid-wicket. So will be no run. That's a good tactic, that.
So his number 1 bat.
Target right arm over in. Driven again, beats backward a point, and that will race square of the wicket for 4 more runs to Stoneman.
Potts bowled on the leg stump. Gubbins is away with a neat little tuck off his pads, and I think that's going to carry up all the way to the rope for 4. Nice shot.
Here's bowls, and there's a nice drive. Opened the face of the bat. I think the ball's on you a little bit quicker
definitely.
as a batter. I think you get surprised. It's one of these bowlers that the ball seems to...
Gat used to call it Butlins, coming back from Butlins when when you were the ball from Yusuf is steered down to the 3rd man boundary for 4, actually, by a nice little shot that by.
And yeah, it was a tennis coach in Greece and Croatia and Spain as Drissell comes in again, pushes that all the way through cover, and that will go for 4.
Bowling to left-handers. He bowls again to a left-hander, and this time Gubbins thrusts it through cover for 4. That's a good shot. A sort of back cut.
It's Parkinson in again, bowls, goes for a reverse sweep. Gubbins plays that beautifully. Down pass backward a point, and that'll be 4 runs. Gubbins likes to sweep the ball. That's just eased a little bit of pressure. He moves to 22, 72 for 1.
He's gone to reverse sweep that one again. That's quite full, but he's actually got the bat on that one. That's running away for 4 behind square. Are you off?
Game, that's all really. Here comes Yusuf, bowls, and it's turned into the leg side, and in fact that's going to be 4 because there's no one back on the long leg boundary. They've got the fielders pretty...
Over the wicket once more. There's a reverse sweep. It's gone fine by Nick Gubbins, and that's going to be 4, surely. Ball's just slowing up a fraction, but it's still making its way over the rope at the far end of the ground. And the 2 teams changed places. Much to the delight of Martin Emerson. That's nicely played wide of mid-on, and he still goes on about it now, does Martin? That's 4 runs off the bat.
Round the wicket. Works off. Very nice. And that's gone for 4. Down on the leg side. 3rd man was chasing, but unfortunately just couldn't get there. Past the umpire. Round the wicket. Bowls. Again, shorter delivery. This time worked into leg side, and it's going to be pushed all the way to the boundary. Square leg was running after that. But no luck.
Process for test matches as well.
This time just worked off to the leg side. That will be go for a 1, and that will bring up Mark Stoneman's 50 runs.
9 away from a century stand. That's defended. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. We end with a maiden with